How are you doing, Cali Crowd? Today, we're going to talk about how we can use resistance bands to develop the muscle up. If you would like to be part of the helpful and motivating community that is Cali To The Crowd, be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the bell as well so that you never miss out on a Cali To The Crowd video. Resistance bands. The point of using these comically large elastic bands in tandem with calisthenic skills is primarily to program in the correct form. Our bodies are really good at learning new movements, which is great, but it also means that if we're not careful, we can adopt incorrect movement patterns and develop bad habits very quickly. Almost everyone has seen somebody in the gym performing a movement really poorly, like a squat or a deadlift, and I can almost guarantee you that that poor form and technique was picked up during the early stages of them developing that movement. Well, when it comes to the muscle up, we want to get to perfect form as early as possible. But this is hard because the movement is so difficult and the gaps between progressions are so huge. Enter the resistance band. Before I get into what a good resistance band muscle up looks like, let's have a look at the more common mistakes that I see quite a lot with this exercise. The first mistake is picking a band that doesn't offer enough resistance. Choosing a band that doesn't offer enough support is the calisthenics equivalent of ego lifting. Make sure you use a resistance band that allows you to comfortably perform 4 to 5 high pull-ups. This will help ensure that you do not do the cardinal sin in calisthenics, the dreaded chicken wing muscle up. The goal here is to make the movement as easy as possible so that we can become familiar with it. Mistake number 2 is kipping while using resistance band. Aside from this being far from the perfect form that we're aiming to get to, if you kip while using a resistance band, we're actually making the band less taut and decreasing its ability to support pulling you upwards. Which brings me on to common mistake number 3, which is poor body alignment during the muscle up. As I said, we want to use the resistance band to get as close to perfect form as possible, which means we want to avoid any aggressive swinging. We want to aim to keep ourselves as rigid as possible, keeping the legs together and squeezing the core, therefore reducing any wasted effort from inefficient control of our limbs. In at mistake number 4, we have letting the band do all the work. The band is there to bridge the gap from where we are in our muscle up journey right now to a muscle up with perfect form. And quite frankly, we need to put a real shift in to make this happen. And bouncing around on a resistance band without really thinking about what we're trying to achieve is a fast way to get to nowhere. So think about things like, can you slow the movement down? Or at what point in the movement is the band helping you the most? That's probably actually highlighting a weakness. Can you take one leg out of the band? Decrease the amount of help it's giving you along the way. The fifth and final error that I see quite a lot is not fully extending the arms in the descent. The muscle up is a really difficult movement, so naturally we attempt to compensate where we're weak. This often shows itself by not extending to the full range of motion. And in the same way that many people don't fully extend the arms in a pull-up, many don't do it for a muscle up either. Extending the arms in a resistance band muscle up is actually intuitive for 2 reasons. First, you get into really good habits when it comes to programming in that good form that we spoke about before. And secondly, by extending the arms fully, you're actually increasing the amount of stretch on the band, therefore increasing how much recoil it will use to help you on the way back up. So what does good look like when it comes to resistance band muscle ups? Well, simply put, it's the opposite of the 5 points just put together. So we want to pull up, remembering to keep our body as rigid as possible, letting the band support you on the way up, but really thinking about what you're trying to achieve with the muscle up as well. And try to come down under control with fully extended arms. You've probably heard the saying that practice makes perfect. Well, actually, perfect practice makes perfect. And for this, some resistance band assistance goes a really long way. But I want to hear from you guys. Have these tips added value to your muscle up journey? Let me know in the comment section below, and if there's anything else that you want to discuss, leave that in the comments as well. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like. Until next time, peace.